Well, Stash is here to tell us about an unforgettable taxi ride. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so I took a very special taxi ride, just me and my girlfriend yesterday, with a man called Tu Ching-liang, who's probably better known as Taipei's karaoke taxi man. So yeah, take a look at the video.
Arriving half an hour early with 5 minutes notice, Tu Ching-liang is waiting for us outside. We exchange formalities and get straight down to business. He asks what song we want to sing. We've come prepared. This is, after all, Taipei's famous KTV taxi. It's not my best performance. But Tu is unfazed. He's seen it all. He says he's been driving his taxi for 27 years and he's had the karaoke set up for the last 6. What gave him the idea? He says it's because he loves to sing, in every language. Tu tells me his English is terrible before breaking into a spontaneous rendition of Ed Sheeran. This taxi driver clearly isn't going to let his customers have all the fun. But the fun and the fame goes both ways with Tu. He claims to have launched the careers of more than a few pop stars and hosted a number of celebrities, including Taiwanese heartthrob Edward Chen. And Tu himself has featured in print and TV media from across the world. It's time for another song. We go for a classic.
Mr. I'll make a man out of you.
Surely this kind of business attracts some strange characters, I say. But Tu says he can afford to be picky. Most customers come to him. To ride in his taxi, he says, you need to be good looking and ready to sing. I tell him I'm flattered. We've arrived at our destination, but we can't resist one final song. It's an emotional number, and we're sad to be leaving. Somehow, though, I feel like this won't be the last I see of Tu Ching-liang.
That is so funny. That's so much fun to watch. I mean, how was it for you sitting in the taxi and actually singing? Was it weird? Was it just kind of like one of those things that you do because, I mean, it's so unusual?
Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. It didn't feel that different from being in the usual kind of KTV though. It just kind of felt like you just took it in your stride, I think.
I think it was scary when he started to sing, though. He was singing while he was driving.
This is the thing. I don't understand how he does it because the videos you see of me, he's taking that with a selfie stick.
No he's
way.
Holding it?
Yeah, he's holding it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he doesn't
wow.
have, surprisingly, given that he's done this for 6 years, he doesn't have a fixed camera.
But I imagine he's different from most taxi drivers who are like on the way somewhere, right? They're going as fast as they can to get you there quickly and make some money. For him, it's more about the actual journey.
It's all about the journey, yeah. It's about the friends you make along the way. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think he is, it was definitely a really long, meandering journey. We ended up at somewhere near kind of Taipei main station, but I chose that fairly arbitrarily, but it took us a long time. We actually ended up circling around Taipei Main to get the last song,
So this is one of those rides where you don't get angry if they take you for a ride.
Yeah.
Literally take you for a ride.
Yeah. And so he gives a discount as well if you sing, which is part of the kind of drive. He also says pretty clearly when I was interviewing him that if you don't sing, then he doesn't like you, and he won't, and he won't deliver you to your location.
Oh wow, he'll bring you somewhere else.
Maybe, yeah, he'll drop you off somewhere else and see how you manage with that. But yeah, so he knocked off a bit of the price for me as well.
That's nice. Does he pick people up on the street too, or do you have?
Yeah, so he does. Oh. So he says some people come to him, but. A lot of the time, he just finds people on the street.
That's he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's quite explicit that he goes for only the best-looking people.
Wow, wow, yeah. Well, clearly that's why he got you and your.
Well, yeah. I booked, so I can't claim that. But I have actually had a friend who was, picked up more spontaneously, just walking around with a friend. Apparently he pulled up, kind of next to them in his taxi and said. Lai, come in. And they were like, well, why not? This man's got something going.
Not weird at all. Now, I'm curious to know, so the difference between this and like a karaoke booth is that actually people can see you. can they also hear you? Do people on the street, they hear what's happening inside the taxi?
Yeah, they do hear what's going on. I don't know if he has a button or a switch where you can turn this on and off, but as far as I can tell, a lot of the sound is projected outwards as well. So I'm really sorry to all of the passers-by who are subjected to some of that singing.
Oh no, you sound like a good singer,
Thank you.
Better than a lot of people. So that's fun. Maybe we should do a future Taiwanese
We should try that sometime.
Inside it, yeah.